It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And up next, it's Bo Nix. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Broncos and the Bengals, and it's all up next.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati.
Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gutton. To my left, Charles Davis. And, Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games. Meanwhile, for the visiting Broncos, it's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think. They know they've got the entire offseason to rest. All they care about is the game in front of them and finishing strong.
We are set to go. Evan McPherson to do the honors, and we are underway from Cincinnati. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Running room at the 50. Look out. He might score. He will score. Touchdown, Broncos. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. So how about that for an intriguing start? The opening kickoff of the ball game, return for a touchdown.
7-0 is our score. Ready for the dynamic kickoff as this one's away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
So we race the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Here's 2nd and 10.
And they go play action now. Burrow. And right away, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you, all right? So if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here comes the defender.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
Javonte Williams.
His 21st touchdown of the season.
And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bengals offense and Jamar Chase set to take over once more. And as we near the conclusion of the regular season, nobody has surpassed the amount of receptions that he has put up to this point.
On the tackle that time, Shelby Harris.
2nd and 10.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
Looking to throw.
Now Burrow loses the football.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered, because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
Nix to the air. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Broncos have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Cincinnati set to take over once again. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me, because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because, to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
As they've got it as we resume action. Here's Burrow.
In trouble, and he's taken down.
Baron Browning in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year.
On one, ready?
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Now Burrow.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Baron Browning. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Riley Dixon now to punt it away. And it's fielded at the 34. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10.
The Broncos offense and Javonte Williams head out for this next drive. Here's Nix. He's got a rushing touchdown in the game already.
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way home for a Broncos score.
Marvin Mims.
48 yards.
And the Broncos are able to add on to their first half lead.
Lutz good on the extra point, and it is 28-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him.
The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now it's Burrow. This pass complete to Higgins. They find some open field here. And they work this well upfield across the 45. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted.
Levi Wallace with a pick. There he goes, right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
Well, no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick 6.
And it's plays like that one that made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Bengals going to take over late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. After the pick 6, here's Burrow again.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Burrow looking to pass.
Open man is Chase, complete.
Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. The Broncos going dime. 2 extra defensive backs for 3rd down.
Playing pass all the way.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. Fielded at the 33.
A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal,
This is caught at the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score.
Marvin Mims,
his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Broncos will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And the Bengal offense going to see the ball one more time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
The Bengals with work to do in this third quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Bengals offense and Joe Burrow getting set for this next drive. And he's in the midst of a very solid season, currently 2nd in the NFL in passing yards.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely, but you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
They'll toss this right side to Moss.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play.
Here's 3rd and 6.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And that will be incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like the empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going. I would describe the way that he's played today as mature. He's already moved on mentally from that incompletion, and he's more than ready to throw his next pass downfield.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 12-yard line. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
Javonte Williams.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Broncos will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the 4th quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And the Bengals offense getting set and ready to go again here.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Well, the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
Moss on the give up the middle.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play. As we back now in Cincinnati. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards.
The visitors' offense and Bo Nix getting set for this next possession. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out.
Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play.
2nd down and 6 now. They'll stay on the ground with Williams.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. Powering forward. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
48 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Here's Williams.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
They'll hand it off now. Williams. A strong running. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
And they'll fake the jet sweep, and instead give up the middle to Williams.
And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in.
For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you could hope for in the National Football League. No turnovers. Meanwhile, you forced turnovers. You didn't allow any points, and you put up a bunch of points. What an effort.
And, Brandon, I just have to ask you, that's all the stuff that we saw happen today. Those are statistics, numbers, the whole deal. But my question is, how does one team come ready to play and the other one, obviously, not ready?